Testing 5 new mascaras so you don't have to. Let's begin with the first one. This new mascara is actually from a brand new brand, Polite Society, and you can find this at Huda Beauty. This is their Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time mascara. Retails for $27 US. It's supposed to give you legendary volume, lift, and length. I like all 3 of those things. Let's see if it really does all 3. So they had a whole paragraph about their brush, how it's patent pending. So this brush is silicone bristles, very, very tiny silicone bristles, and it is tapered. But if you think of CoverGirl, the Lash Blast also has those super tiny silicone bristles, the rubberized bristles. And I think this will be really good to create that instant volume, like they say, and length. Very excited about this formula. So let's put this on and see how good it really is. Very feathery, very wispy for the first coat. And this brush, yep, it literally hooks onto your lashes. It really separates those lashes. The formula, it's rather dry than wet. Polite Society mascara, very beautiful. The formula, like I said, is drier, so it's pretty easy to layer without weighing your lashes down. My lashes, naturally, they're pretty straight. They're longer, they're blonde, so when you apply the mascara, the difference is drastic, but it's very hard to get a natural curl from mascaras. This Polite Society mascara is giving me that curl and that lift. So mascara is on, and I'm seeing that I'm getting some flaking with the Polite Society mascara. I'm looking at the claims, and the only claims I'm seeing: 12-hour curling, long wearing, non-clumping. I'm not seeing smudge free or flake free and like water resistant. So we'll see how long wearing it really is. But as of right now, this is a very fun mascara to build up and create that instant volume. They say legendary volume. I don't know about legendary. I'm a little worried about the wear test, like I said. Probably going to get a lot of flakes. But let's go on with our day and see how this Polite mascara wears. 4 hours into the Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time mascara. This is what we're looking like. And sure enough, we're flaking. I was driving here and I felt like I saw tiny little black dots everywhere. I stopped, I looked, yep, got flaking everywhere. But there's, I would say, almost zero transfer. The lashes look very feathery. They're still volumized. I'm liking what I'm seeing besides the flaking. I'll keep you guys updated. 14 hours later, and this is what the Polite Society mascara looks like. The greatest lashes of all time. I'm gonna be honest, I lost the curl. I lost the lift. I don't know what happened. I wasn't really touching my eyes. I wasn't crying. I wasn't watching any of those shows where I get emotional. So let's talk about how it's wearing besides losing the lift and the curl. There's still quite a bit of flaking, and there's a little bit of transfer, but not so much, you know, the raccoon eyes. It's just a tiny little bit of transfer in the lower lash line, not excessive. The next new mascara is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is her Lash Sculpt Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. $26 US. This sounds like my ideal mascara formula. I want my eyelashes lengthened, I want them defined, I want them curled, and I want that volume. But the packaging feels very nice, has a little bit of a weight to it. Let's open this up. Ooh, the wand is a lot thinner than I was anticipating. The bristles are softbore bristles. They're not close together. This formula is supposed to give you extensions effect lashes. I like that. Let's apply this. And I'm not curling my lashes because I want to see how this mascara curls, this formula. Very grippy type of bristles. So the Lash Sculpt Mascara by ABH, it's giving me exactly what it claims to be. It's supposed to be a lengthening, instant lengthening and separation type of a mascara. It's giving me exactly that with just the one coat. I'm really liking the wand so far because the bristles are spread apart a little more than a conventional standard mascara wand with the softbore bristles. So these bristles, they're really gripping to the lashes and separating them while also lifting and creating that length. 2 coats in with the Lash Sculpt Mascara, and I think I got exactly what I wanted. I'm very impressed how much I was able to curl my lashes. They're claiming this formula to be free of flaking, smudging, and transfer. The next new mascara we're going to review is by KVD, and this is their full sleeve long plus defined tubing mascara. $25 US. So this formula is supposed to be lengthening and defining, of course. And they say you can also create some volume. But the best part about this, it's supposed to be flake-free, smudge resistant, up to 24 hours of wear, and you easily remove with some warm water. That's the beauty of tubing formulas. They're so easy to remove. Silicone bristles, so rubberized silicone bristles. So it's supposed to hook onto your lashes. It's really, really fascinating. Kind of looks like little crab claws. You start up with 1 coat and build up while the formula is still wet to prevent clumping. And that's exactly what I find with tubing formulas. They're very hard to build up if you let them dry, because once it dries, you can't do anything with it. Let's build this formula up. The KVD full sleeve mascara, I'm not happy with the wand specifically. The wand, those bristles, they even said themselves, it's supposed to hook onto your lashes and separate. No, it clumped more than anything. And I did not wait for the formula to set. My formula was still wet and I was able to work it, but this brush, this wand does not want to separate the lashes, at least mine. And I'm not a fan of this mascara so far. Now let's go do the wear test and see which mascara performs better at the end of the day. First check-in for the mascaras. ABH, there's a little bit of transfer on the lower lash line. I will say I did not set my concealer today, and the concealer, it's a natural finish. So yes, I was anticipating a little bit of transfer just because of the concealer, but there's no transfer on the KVD side. Most of the tubing formulas, you won't get any transfer, and I'm not seeing any flaking either. But the right side, those lashes, besides that, they still look phenomenal. Very curled, very lifted, defined, beautiful. The KVD, you can see what a difference it is. They're lengthened enough, but because they're so straight, they don't look as long as the right side. Okay, let's see what the mascaras are looking like. I was watching a show and I started crying. I got a little emotional. And I'm actually impressed that there's still a good amount of mascara left on both sides. There's a little bit of flaking on both sides, but not where it's bad or very, very noticeable. Now, the KVD mascara, I think it's a really good tubing formula that wears well. It wore honestly really great throughout the day. My problem with this mascara is my lashes don't look phenomenal with this mascara. It's not really doing much for my lashes. It's not giving me that lift. It's not giving me that curl. It's not giving me that length that I want. It's just more so coating my lashes, but just making them look straight and not much else. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. But it does wear really well. Very, very minimal flaking, no smudging, and no transfer. I think if you have naturally curly, lifted, long lashes, this mascara will probably work really great on you. Now moving on to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Sculpt Mascara. It's a beautiful formula. I like the way my lashes were instantly lengthened, defined, and curled with that first coat. The second coat really added a little bit more definition, a little bit more volume, and a lot more curl and lift. And I'm very happy with the way the mascara wore. So very excited about that. So this is the newest mascara from Benefit. This is supposed to be a 24-hour full fan effect, smudge proof, water resistant. It's supposed to fan out your lashes side to side, amplify volume, and multiply the look of lashes. It also has a full flex fiber brush. Okay, we have the 1 coat. And I think it looks good. It's separating my lashes, it's fanning them out. It's a black enough formula, but it's not really lifting my lashes too much. It's just extending, it's lengthening them, but it doesn't have that much curl or lift in my opinion. And we're gonna build it up to see if we can get that volume that they claim. Okay, that's a second coat. It's a drastic difference, but you can see right away where it's getting a little bit clumpy and it's like little balls of mascara is getting stuck on some of those lashes. But I think that's where it's helping to get that volume. It's gonna weighing some of these lashes down. Mascara is on, and I will say one thing. Like I said, it's a little clumpy when you layer, and it's giving me almost waterproof slash tubing formula. It's once you layer, I think there is a limit of how much you can layer and how fast you can layer. Personally, I like the way my lashes are looking right now, and I have really high hopes with the way this FanFest mascara by Benefit is going to wear. So I'm doing just the one update for this mascara from Benefit, 14 hours in, and this is what the lashes are looking like. Hopefully you guys can see there's a bit of flaking kind of like around like the under eye area, but not as much smudging, like transfer like under eyes or around right here on the eyelids. But I kind of feel like my lashes have dropped a little bit, especially this side for some reason. We did go swimming. I didn't go like underwater, but I was getting splashed from the kids. So some residual splashing maybe caused the lashes to kind of fall down a tad. But I think this eye right here, the right eye, it still looks so good. The lashes still look very pigmented, very rich, very full. So I do like this mascara overall. Is just the flaking, and there's a tiny bit of transfer on the lower lash line. We have a new mascara, and this one is from Huda Beauty. This is the One Coat Wow. After just one coat, 98% saw instant curl and lifted lashes. Whoa. The formula is a lot stickier than I thought. I'm trying to do very light, just kind of comb through right here. I'm impressed that this is just one coat. I like that it's a very black formula. It provides that volume right away. It definitely lifted and curled my lashes, but it's not elongating my lashes. It's not a very defining and lengthening type of a formula, but if you want the volume, that curl and the lift right away, yes, this is it. This is what we're looking like 5 hours later. Mascara is transferring on both sides, but it's not bad. Honestly, it might just be transferring because I didn't set the concealer. I think the eyelashes still look really pretty. They're still lifted, they're still curled. All right, so we are 14 hours later. So let's break this down. Obviously mascara, we are smudging a lot, especially right here under the eyes. All of these mascaras have pluses and minuses, but in the 5 mascaras that I've tested, the Anastasia Beverly Hills really surprised me and blew me away with the formula. In my opinion, it's a mascara worth looking into. Every other mascara, like I said, they have their pluses and minuses, but most of them fell short in the longevity and just how the lashes look at the end of the day. Unfortunately, the Polite Society, it's a beautiful formula to work with, but for my lashes that have a hard time holding their curl, I lost a lot of that curl as the day went on. So I think it's my second runner up, and then it's the Benefit FanFest. I want to say the tubing formula after FanFest, the KVD full sleeve mascara, and then the very last one for me, unfortunately, was the Huda Beauty, the One Quote Wow mascara with the volume. Yes, you get really good volume, but the longevity, not there whatsoever. I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.